I just wanted to share with you how much inspiration I get from children's books, children's movies, and my own children. Like, I've realised recently how some of my favourite things to do and the things that I get so much joy and creativity from are things like Pixar films, Disney films. Like, I found a twig yesterday at football. I'll put a photo at the end. And I held it up. I was like, who is this? And I showed it to Bella and her football team, and they're 13, so they think I'm a bit cringy. But they all sort of looked at each other and they went, it's Stinkman. And I went, it is, isn't it? It's bloody Stinkman. I just found him. Let's get him back to the family tree. And it just got me thinking. The other thing that was making me laugh is we watched Zootropolis Zootropolis 2 in the last few weeks. And Ruby is just absolutely obsessed with the fox from Zootropolis. Again, I will put a photo on the end of this video to show you how she's made a giant cutout of the fox. And it's stuck to her bedroom door. And I get it. In fact, it's a whole other video in itself. I will come back and make you a video about why the fox in Zootropolis is incredibly attractive, and I'm with Ruby on it. I support her having him on her bedroom door. So yes, I get inspiration from all over the place, and I'm going to start talking about it more in the daily videos because I just think it's super cool. And the one I wanted to share today is from Matilda. I was listening to the song When I Grow Up from Matilda, and I just think it's an incredibly beautiful song. Again, I'll put a little excerpt from it at the end of the video so you can listen to it too. But all I'm going to do for now is just read you a little bit from basically the song itself, the lyrics. And I say from Matilda the Musical. It says, "'Cause if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on, you won't change a thing. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you have to just grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, you might as well be saying you think that it's okay. And that's not right. And if it's not right, you have got to put it right. But nobody else is going to put it right for me. Nobody but me is going to change my story. Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty." It's only a tiny little excerpt. I could go on. I could do like hours of video just reading you little snippets. But as I say, I'm going to come back and share a bit. I just thought that one might hit home because there is so much going on in the world around us now that is not right. And if it's not right, the temptation is to get depressed, to withdraw, to get angry maybe and frustrated, to rant. All of those things have their place. But I also think that it is up to us, to each and every one of us, to stand up for what we believe in, to speak out about the things that we feel strongly about in order to shift the conversation, in order to make our voices heard in the world and to create more positive change. And the last bit of that passage, and the reason I chose that one, is that is particularly important for you and your personal story. Nobody else is going to change your life for you. I mean, things will happen to you and you can be, as I've talked about in other videos, you can be directed, you can be just an actor on a stage with people pushing you around through different scenes. But the most powerful way to live your life is to pick up the pen and to write yourself into that story, to control the narrative and the way that's gonna pan out. Now, when I talk about this, lots of people go, yeah, but Rachel, this happened to me and it was shit and this knocked me back and it's not fair. Like, you know, it's a little bit of victim mentality in there, but there's also just honesty. Yeah, shit happens. Life is not always fair. In fact, for many of us, life feels chronically unfair and unjust. However, we have a choice about how we react to that, don't we? Just like Matilda had a choice. She grew up in this horrific household. If you actually watch the story with that adult lens on, you're in a really dangerous territory around that world that poor Matilda lived in. And she didn't just be the victim of that. She, helped by other wonderful people around her. I'm looking at you, Miss Honey. Teachers, I love teachers. I was about to go off a tangent then, the power of wonderful teachers. Nope, another day. Yeah, Matilda picked up the pen and she wrote herself back into the story. And you get to do that. I get to do that. I am actively and intentionally trying to do that every single day. And that's what I'd like you to take away from this video. And use children's stories and movies for inspiration. They're nearly always about the underdog, the champion, the heroes, the heroine's journey. You know, they nearly always have that theme, and there's a reason for that, because it's very human, it's very relevant, it resonates with us all. And if you are ever feeling despairing, or like you've been knocked down and you're lacking resilience, like this is the thing to come back to. We can choose how to react to the shit that happens to us, and we can choose actively to get back up on our feet and keep going and keep holding the faith that good times will come again and that we deserve to live wonderful lives. So tell me what you think about my new camera. And I shall be back tomorrow with, I don't know what I'll be back tomorrow with. I go with the flow, as you know, something that hopefully you will enjoy. And that was day, where are we? Was that day 59? Ha! Time is flying by.